Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're going to be taking the Wuthering Waves satisfaction survey. So if you guys don't know already, if we switch on over to the game over here, Wuthering Waves, I fucking hate this shit, bro. It's like fucking camera blocking away. But in the game, there is a survey that you guys should take. I recommend you guys to take this survey because hey, these developers actually do listen, so this is pretty much worth your time. We're gonna go ahead and click claim over here. We're gonna click see to fill out the questionnaire. Wait, can you guys actually see what's going on here? No, you guys can't. Let me see if I can actually switch my screen real quick. All right, so you guys should be able to see this right here. I went ahead and edited my OBS to fix this because for some odd reason you guys can't see the survey, but you can see the game. But it works now. Whatever. So let's go ahead and get started, man. Wuthering Waves version 2.1 player satisfaction survey. Thank you for agreeing to participate in this player satisfaction survey. Please answer the survey questions based on your actual experience. Feedback is crucial to the further refinement of the game, and we appreciate your continued support for Wuthering Waves. So before we get started, let me go ahead and list some issues that I currently have with the game. So first things first, Echo EXP, right? I don't like how I'm pretty sure all of you guys can agree with this. I don't like how in order for us to level up our echoes, we need to level up other echoes, right? In order for us to use that echo to level up the echo that we want to level up, or we have to use a specific material to level up the echo we want to level up, which sucks. You know what I'm saying? So I will say Echo EXP sucks in this game, and we should have the opportunity to use echoes that are at level 1. They're not leveled up at all. They're at level 0. We don't have to level them up. We just use them to as EXP to level up the echoes we want to level up. Pretty much similar to like every other artifact system in other gacha games like Genshin Impact, HSR, and etc. We should have that in Wuthering Waves too, because relying on a material to level up is just horrible, because what if you run out? You know what I'm saying? So that sucks. And I would say Echo, I think they're tuners, they're called tuners. They also suck too, because in order for you to get substats on that echo, you need tuners. So it's like you need two separate materials. Level up the echo, then you need tuners to get substats. It's just shitty. So they need to fix that. And another thing as well is I hope that they make fly, like, don't region lock flying. I think that's fair. Maybe they're not going to fix that within like 2.x, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, etc. But in future patches, if they're going to implement a mechanic where you can have enhanced traversal, don't region lock it. Make it so we're like we'll be able to use that mechanic everywhere. Doesn't matter which region we're in, we can use that mechanic whenever we want, which is really good. And another thing as well is when it comes to their events like Whimpering Waste. So for Whimpering Waste, I will say for Whimpering, let me go ahead and see. But when it comes to Whimpering Waste, I like the mode, but at the same time, I feel like it's too quick. And what I mean by too quick is the way that Whimpering Waste is built is that you need AoE characters in order for you to perform efficiently in Whimpering Waste. If you don't have Racha, Camellia, DN, Yang Yang, I mean, you should be able to have Yang Yang. Everybody should have her. But if you don't have these characters built, or if you don't even have them, you're not going to do that well in Whimpering Waste. So, if they're going to implement a mode like Whimpering Waste, like, sure, it's in-game and it's permanent, but at the same time, we don't have enough AoE characters to pretty much clear Whimpering Waste efficiently. You know what I'm saying? And there are some players, including me, who don't have every single AoE unit. I only have Racha, and I have Yang Yang. I'm going to think about building Yang Yang later on. But, the fact that Whimpering Waste is mostly focused on AoE kind of sucks ass. So whenever they're thinking about implementing events like Whimpering Waste into the game, don't do it where, we need specific characters in order for us to perform efficiently. Like, I feel like it should mostly be about skill, and that's pretty much it. It shouldn't be about, oh, you need this character, and if you don't have this character, then you're fucked. You know what I'm saying? That kind of sucks. But let's go back to the game. So let's go ahead and start this. Here we go. Next page. So those are pretty much my concerns when it comes to the game. 50-50, let's be honest, bro. They're not going to take that shit out. They don't have 50-50 in the weapon banner, which is good, but They're never gonna take that shit out. So it is what it is. Okay, so new content in version 2.1 includes new region, Ricolite Islands, new special event, Old Man in the Well, new companion story, Cell Day, Captain, a new exploration quest, Silent as a Falling Leaf, and new Resonators feed. How would you rate your overall experience with Wuthering Waves 2.1? Honestly, I'm gonna say that my overall experience with 2.1, I didn't play through the new exploration quest. I didn't play the companion story quest as well for both characters. I think Phoebe did have a companion quest. I don't know, but I didn't play their companion quest, but I did play the special events. And I will say the racing event where you're racing with other players was pretty fun. Whimpering Waste, it felt pretty mid to be honest. Um, yeah, honestly, I'll say for version 2.1, fishing wasn't bad. I'm gonna put a neutral. I think neutral is fair. Saying that I'm overall satisfied when there's clearly some issues in 2.1, I don't think that's fair. So me personally, I'm sticking with neutral. Based on your experience with the current version, how satisfied are you with the following aspects? Story. Once again, I didn't complete the exploration quest, so I don't know what the fuck's going on. But I will say when it comes to the fishing story was actually pretty interesting. So I'm gonna put overall satisfied with the fishing story. World exploration, satisfied. The new, Recolite Island as well as the new vault was actually pretty good. Resonator building. Ooh, you guys already know when it comes to resonator building, our boy Brant. A lot of controversy behind Brant, but I will say for Brant, I will say that it does suck that in order for you to reach 250% ER, you need Overture, and if you don't have Overture, then you're pretty much fucked. So I will say for Resonator building, I'm gonna put neutral because I understand the complaint where it's gonna be hard for you to reach 250% ER without Overture. Understandable. Combat, satisfied. Overall satisfied. Based on your experience with the current version, how satisfied are you with the following aspects? Resonator design. Oh, I'll say for resonator design, very satisfied. I mean, Phoebe, he looks great. Brant looks amazing, so I'm very satisfied with that. UI design, overall satisfied. Events and challenges. Oof. I'm gonna have to put neutral on this one because Whimpering Waste and yeah, Whimpering Waste was just not in me personally. I didn't fuck with Whimpering. Environment design, overall satisfied. Based on your experience with the current version, how satisfied are you with the following aspects? Performance optimization. I did have some issues. I remember when I was live streaming the game, you guys can check out the live stream, but all out of nowhere, the water turned black. Like the ocean turned black out of nowhere. Like it was like some texture issues. I don't know. It was weird. So I'm gonna put neutral for performance optimization. Co-op experience. I don't really play co-op that much. I'm gonna put overall satisfied. Music and sound effects, very satisfied. Music is good in this game. What do you think of the amount of playable content in wave sing and Kirlian bird calls? Fuck is that, bro? What is that? I need to search that up real quick. It's the fucking update. Fucking idiot. What do you think of the amount of playable content in version 2. I mean, why can't you guys just say version 2.1? My gosh. I hate when these games do that shit, bro. Just say version 2.1. Um, I'll say for version 2.1, honestly, the fishing event was good. It wasn't that bad. It was tolerable. Whimpering Waste needs some work. Um, when it comes to the new, like the elemental reaction system, the only characters I think that can use that mechanic right now is Phoebe, and I think Spectral Rover. Those are like the only two characters I think who can use the new elemental system, right? So I would say that mechanic is also pretty interesting as well. It pretty much invites power creep proof. You guys get what I'm saying? Because they can pretty much select which character they want to, you know, it can select a character that they want to give, the elemental system, like the elemental buff or whatever, elemental reaction buff, which is pretty good. So I will say that whole elemental reaction thing is pretty interesting. Um, hmm. I'm gonna have to say, wait, sufficient content. The actual playtime is appropriate. Ample content, the actual playtime is relatively long. Excessive content, the actual playtime is too long. Honestly, I'm gonna have to say ample content and the actual playtime is relatively long. And the reason why, all right, let me cook. The reason why is because you have the exploration, right? The exploration quest. Sure, you have a skip button and you can chop down the amount of time it takes for you to clear it, but you have not only do you have the exploration quest, you also have these new areas, the vault and Recolite Island. So you have these two new areas, and at the same time you have the fishing event, co-op event, whimpering waste, tactical simulacra, whatever it's called. There's a lot of shit going on in this update, to be honest. There's a lot of stuff going on. So I will say that there is definitely ample content for sure in 2.1. I haven't even completed, all the content in this update, which is pretty good. So ample content. Have you completed special event Old Man in the Well? Yes, I did. I've completed the event, including all the components. Right. How satisfied are you with the fishing event? I'm gonna have to say for the fishing event, I'm overall satisfied. There are definitely some parts in the fishing event where, you know, it takes a hot minute for you to reach your objective, right? But if you level up your boat, right, you level it up, then you're cooking. So I'm satisfied with the fishing event. It's actually not that bad. It's way better than, other games like Genshin Impact. But let's continue here. Oh, wait, what is this? How would you rate the following aspects of the special event Old Man in the Well? Just fucking read. So for audio design, background music, overall satisfied. Visual presentation, ooh, very satisfied. Gameplay, when it comes to fishing, overall satisfied. Quest experience. Honestly, when it comes to the quest experience, I'm gonna have to give it a overall satisfied. Character development and personality. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I skipped through the whole thing. I skipped through the whole thing. I don't know what the fuck was going on in that event. I didn't really care. But it's nice to see that you can actually, see like there's actually cutscenes in this event. It's a fishing event, guys. They have cutscenes. You have a fight. Brant, he's able, like, you can pretty much use Brant and fight Lorelei, which was pretty dope. So there was like a lot of things going on in this event. So I will say the characterization, character development, personality was probably like, I'm gonna put overall satisfied. Story content, plot, and world building, I'm gonna have to put overall satisfied. Readability of dialogue and interactive text. The reason why I put very satisfied is because we can skip that shit. Environment design, very satisfied. Honestly, I think this is fair. I think this is fair. The event was just pretty good overall. Okay, so including the main page, reward claim page, and store page. I think this was fine. There's nothing wrong with this. How satisfied are you with the riding? With riding the gondola in the special event Old Man in the Well? Ooh, yes. Somewhat dissatisfied. Yes. Um, I understand it's a boat and it's really hard for you to, like, maneuver. It's not really easy to maneuver boats, but at the same time, it was just like sometimes like it got to a point where if I want to make a turn, the boat would like it would go like this in fucking slow motion. I'm like, oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying? So plus when you want to get that speed boost, you have to wait for the cooldown. Like, yeah, you can level up, but at the same time, when you start off the event, the fishing event, it starts off very, very slow. So I will say, the boat, the gondola, whatever, yeah, it wasn't it. Of course, when you level it up, it was a lot better, but at first it was just bad. Next page. What do you find unsatisfactory about the gondola? Let me see. The gondola looked cumbersome and didn't move very smoothly. Yes. Poor camera work, awkward angles. I didn't experience that. Poor maneuverability while using dash in the gondola. Yes. Yes, this was it. Yep. Yes, bro. Please specify the cause. When I speed boost, when I dash, it takes a long time for me to turn the gondola. It was easy to get stuck. Yes, this part right here too. there's like a lot of moments where, like, let's say I'm speed boosting, right? I'm dashing, and I don't even know if I'm close to land because there's like plants underwater, right? And I will get stuck on some. Like, what did I even get stuck on? It's just like some fucking plant underwater, which is annoying. So, yeah, you get stuck a lot when it comes to traveling around with this boat. But yeah, I think this is fine. High inertia made it difficult to stop the gondola at the exact spot I had in mind. Nah, that's not an issue. I think these three are reasonable. Okay. The special event Old Man in a Well will become a permanent event after this current version. Oh, wait, for real? With the exception of limited time rewards, the other types of rewards will remain claimable even after the current version concludes. Oh shit. So it's actually going to be permanent. Wow, I did not know that. Okay. Um, hmm. Insufficient content, limited content, sufficient content. I'm going to say sufficient content. It's appropriate. If it's a permanent event, I think it's fine. I think it's cool. Nothing too serious. Which of the following gameplay features would you like to see included in Wuthering Waves? Okay. An in-game space of my own that I could spruce up, a farming simulation, mini games I could play with my friends, assembly line automated manufacturing simulation, mini games I could play with other in-game characters. Hmm. Honestly, this is excuse me, when they say an in-game space of my own, I think they're talking about something similar to Serenity Pot. If they are, then I'm not clicking this shit. I'm not checking that. Farm and farming simulation. Now, what do they mean by farm and farming simulation? Are they saying like training, for example, or like, I don't know. They need to specify on that. When they mean farm and farming simulation, I don't know what they mean by that. Mini games I could play with my friends. I mean, I guess sure. Like that's just an option. Who cares? I'm gonna put other. So this is what I ended up suggesting. So a guild system with raid bosses. Now, honestly, when it comes to these open world gacha games, we've never really seen a guild system. I mean, when it comes to Tower Fantasy did have a guild. That's like a a guild system in Wuthering Ways, that would be interesting. If it is it impossible, I don't know. But if they can implement a guild system, that would be dope. Raid bosses would be really dope. That would be really nice. Teaming up with other players to fight tactical hologram bosses, that would be fun as well. And then more combat events that don't require specific characters but skill to clear. The fact that you have to get specific units just to clear that content, or in order for you to get, I don't know, 3 stars, or in order for you to get S grade and Whimpering Waste, you need to get these AoE characters. Like, I don't like that. I like it where, in order for me to clear this event, in order for me to, how can I say this? In order for me to clear all the objectives in this event, in this game mode, it takes skill only. I think that's way better. I think that's way better. But I think that's fun. When it comes to the farm and farming simulation, that sounds pretty interesting. So I'm gonna check that off. Mini games I could play with other in-game characters, I guess. When it comes to this assembly line automated manufacturing simulation, um, hmm, that sounds very similar to one system in. I mean, that sounds like a Clash of Clans thing where like you level up a building and then this building is gonna give you, I don't know, EXP, Echo Tunes, or etc. I don't fuck. But we're gonna check that off just in case that's what they. Next, as far as Wuthering Waves is concerned, what is the most comfortable level of player-to-player interaction for you? No interaction. I prefer playing the game solo. I might enjoy co-op content that doesn't require communication between players, like 1v1 board games. Medium. I might enjoy co-op content that requires non-verbal communication, such as written messages and markings between players, like working together to complete challenges in a domain. I might enjoy co-op content that requires verbal communication between players, like team-based PvP. Ooh, ooh. I might enjoy co-op content that requires fixed teammates and verbal communication between teammates, like gameplay that involve capturing territory. Oh shit. I prefer this. Team-based PvP sounds pretty fun. I prefer that. What are your expectations for Wuthering Waves co-op mode, multiplayer mode? Hmm. What are your expectations for Wuthering Waves co-op mode, multiplayer? Tough one. Honestly, when it comes to co-op mode, include more challenges, right? Like, letting us fight, you know, difficult enemies. Like there are some difficult enemies in like the open world. Like they have this red aura. You can find those enemies, but that was like at the early phase of the game. We rarely encounter, like we rarely see those enemies in the open world. So I would say include more challenges. PvP would be interesting. PvP that doesn't require PvP, but everybody's, but everyone's character, every character, every character has to be at 0 dupes. I think this is pretty good. If they're planning on putting PvP in this game, do it where like for Tower of Fantasy, right? Every character is at base dupes, like 0 dupes. You don't have copies on the character, they're just 0 dupes, which makes things fair. So I think this is way better. Um, every character has to be at 0 dupes. I think that's fine. Co-op multiplayer mode. Include more challenges, PvP, but every character has to be at 0 dupes. I think this is fine. I think this is pretty good. And I don't know, just make more events to keep things, keep co-op active. Would you find it useful to have an in-game feature that lets you review the main quest you've completed? Uh, hmm. Honestly, would you find it useful to have an in-game feature that lets you review the quest you've completed? Sure. I mean, it's an option, so sure. I don't really care. What types of content from the main quest would you review? I don't know. Story summary, cutscenes that showcase combat highlights. That would be pretty good. But for videos, cutscenes that showcase bonding moments between Rover and other Resonators. Yo, this has to be a troll because this has to be a troll recommendation, troll option. A plot from the previous subsequent chapters. I'll take that. Explanations of important concepts. That too. I think that's fine. Are you looking forward to any of the following upcoming games? Oh shit. Um. Ananta. Check. Never is to Everness. Honestly, I'm looking forward to this game. I know Ananta completely destroyed Neverness to Everness, but I'm still willing to check out this game. So I'm going to click check for that. Arknight's Infield, yes. Azure Familia, yes. The Hidden Ones, yes. That fighting game looks so fucking cool. I don't know these games. Do It Night Abyss. I'm going to check it out and see what it's all about. That's pretty much it. You know, this is a teaser to see, you know, upcoming games on the channel, guys. So pay attention. Based on your experience with the game so far, do you have any additional feedback or suggestions? Okay, here's where we cook. Remove tuners and let us level up and let us unlock substats while we level up our echoes. Pretty much Genshin Impact, where like you level up the artifact, and let's say you reach, I think when you reach level 3 or 4, it's been a minute since I played the fucking game, but when you reach a level, you get a substat. I think that's way better. And like the way tuners are, I don't know, man, tuners are just weird because you need to get tuners in order for you to level up, you know, in order for you to get these substats for these echoes. And if you don't have tuners, then well, you maxed out the echo, but at the same time, you have no fucking substats, which is ridiculous. So I just think the concept of tuners is just ridiculous. It would have been better if they, you know, made like, it's fine if they want to keep tuners in the game, but let tuners serve its purpose for something else, not for substats. I feel like when it comes to substats, it should just be us leveling up the echo and that's it. Level up the echo and that's it. We're cooking, right? But using a resource to unlock substats is just messed up. It really is messed up. And it's pretty much FOMO because let's say you don't play the game. Let's say you don't play the game for like, I don't know, 2 or a month, like 2 months or 3 months. And when you log back into the game and you do a huge grind session, well, guess what? Since you didn't play the game for 2 or 3 months, you had no fucking tuners. You know what I'm saying? Like the last time you left the game, you had 0 tuners. And when you rejoin the game again, when you re-download the game and play it, you have no tuners. So it really does invite FOMO. So I will say remove tuners and unlock substats, and let me see right here, let us unlock substats while we level up our echoes. This system, this how can I say this? I don't want to say copy off of Genshin, but yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I think this is fine. They understand. So remove tuners and let us unlock substats while we level up our echoes. And another thing too is, wait, hold on. Let me put one over here. Right now, next thing after that, number 2, let us use echoes that aren't. Let us use echoes that aren't leveled up as EXP to level up the echoes we want to level up. We want to up. Once again, similar to, HSR Genshin, where you don't need to level up another artifact in order for you to use that other artifact to level up the artifact you want to level up. It's just fucking stupid. So they should let us use echoes without leveling up the echo to level up the artifact, to level up the echo. It just doesn't make any sense. So let us use echoes that aren't leveled up as EXP to level up the echoes we want to level up. It sounds complicated, but it's pretty simple. Now, hey, I'm gonna include this, okay, just in case. Enhance. Wait, actually no. Change 50-50 to 70-30. I'm gonna just put that, bro. I'm gonna just put that because 50-50, I'm sorry, guys. I fucking hate that shit. Change it from 50-50 to 70-30. At least, okay, at least there is still some gotcha in there, okay? There's still some gotcha in there. So we're just gonna leave it at 70-30. I think that's fair. Go ahead and, 4 now. Now, when it comes to the 4th one, now, once again, guys, I'm not too familiar when it comes to all the issues in WoWa because, I literally stopped playing the game after version 1.3. I was just bored. I was so bored with the game. So I wasn't on, when it comes to Wuthering Waves on social media, I wasn't paying attention whatsoever. So I'm not really familiar with a lot of issues in this game, but when it comes to tuners, Echo EXP, and all that shit, yeah, I know that everybody should be, on the same level when it comes to tuners, man. That shit is just dumb as hell. What else? Oh, yes, I forgot. Put in more 4-star characters. They barely put in 4-star characters for some odd reason. It's really weird. Put in more 4-star characters and give us more 4-star weapons, especially for free-to-play players. Like, I understand the weapon banner doesn't have a 50-50, but at the same time, the character banner does have a 50-50. So I think the reason why they're not implementing a lot of 4-star weapons is because they're like, oh, well, since there isn't a 50-50 on the weapon banner, you should be able to get that weapon no matter what. And it's like, I don't think that's the case because we got the character banner. So for this one right here, give us more 4-star weapons because there are some players who don't have Overture, which is bullshit. And, since Brent needs a lot of ER, you guys should have put, Overture in a weapon banner. Not putting Overture in a weapon banner, it kind of sucks ass. So give us more 4-star weapons. Whenever there's an event, put a 4-star weapon there so that we can actually get that weapon. Yeah, it invites FOMO, but at the same time, I would rather take that versus them not giving us 4-star weapons, period. All right? That would suck. And if they don't want to invite FOMO, they can just make the event permanent. You know what I'm saying? I mean, actually, no. Because if they make it permanent, then the game is going to be too clunky. It's going to be filled with a whole bunch of shit. Oh, man. Because this is very similar to Genshin, man, when it comes to Genshin, their FOMO events and their 4-star weapons. They can just, like, give us the 4-star weapons in the event and rerun that event. There we go. There it is. So, give us more 4-star weapons, especially for free-to-play players. Put them in events and rerun these events from time to time, so the game won't have extreme FOMO. I think this is fair because one of the main issues with Genshin Impact is where it would give you a 4-star weapon in an event, and once that event is done, there is no way for you to get that weapon ever again. It's done. It's over, which sucks. So they should do what Genshin is doing, but at the same time, do it better. You know what I'm saying? Give us 4-star weapons in the event, but at the same time, rerun that event so that players who didn't get that weapon, they have the chance and the opportunity to get that 4-star weapon in the future update. So I think that's good. And they don't have to rerun that event every update. You know what I'm saying? They can rerun that event probably like every 3 or 4 updates, or every 2 or 3 updates, so that players are still, you know, trying to get that 4-star weapon because they don't want to wait too long to get the 4-star weapon in like 2 or 3 updates. No, there's going to be a little bit of FOMO, but not extreme as Genshin where you guys never rerun that shit. It's just fucking pathetic. So that's 5 right there. For 6, honestly, when it comes to 6, oh yeah, put in more male characters. Put in more male characters. This creates variety. I think this is fair. Too many waifus, bro. Too many waifus, it gets annoying at some point. You know what I'm saying? Put in more male characters. Brent was a great start. So I think this is pretty good, man. I think this is fair. You know, remove tuners and let us unlock substats while we level up our echoes. And then 2, let us use echoes. Let us use echoes that aren't leveled up as EXP to level up the echoes we level up. 3, change 50-50 to 70-30. Put in more 4-star characters. Give us more 4-star weapons, especially for free-to-play players. Put them in events and rerun these events from time to time so the game won't have extreme FOMO. And 6, put in more male characters. This creates variety. Oh yeah, one more. Whimpering Waste. Whimpering Waste was a great... Whimpering Waste has potential. But... how can I say this? Whimpering Waste has potential, but... let us use other characters besides AoE characters to clear it efficiently. To clear it. Holy shit. I can't spell. I think that's fair. Okay. Whimpering Waste has potential, but let us use other characters besides AoE characters to clear it efficiently. And increase the timer or decrease the amount of enemies we have to defeat. We have to defeat in each wave. I think this is good. I think we cooked here. We cooked. Yeah, we definitely cooked. There's probably something else I forgot to mention. I don't know, but hopefully you guys mention it. But yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to the survey, man. I think this was, you know, pretty chill survey overall, and we're gonna see what they're gonna do. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they listen and they actually fix all these issues that, you know, the game has. I wouldn't be surprised, because if they're able to implement artifact loadouts, you know, give us a good amount of rewards, you know, if they're able to, you know, listen to us and actually implement things in the game from time to time, I believe that they can do the same for, you know, future updates. I believe they can, you know, improve the game a lot more often, because Kuro Games, I will say, you guys sometimes fucking piss me off because of the 50-50, but your weapon banner doesn't have 50-50, which is really, really good. You guys give us good amount of content. Like, look how much fucking content we have, bro. We got this right here, Hazard Revisited. We have Tactical Hologram. We got this story quest over here, Fantasies of the Thousand Gateways. We got Whimpering Waste. You know what I'm saying? We got login events, fish event, tactical simulacra. Like, holy crap, bro. We also have this as well, Infinite Battle Simulation. Like, there's a lot of things going on in the game, and they're doing a great job. So looking forward to these improvements, and yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to the survey. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'm gonna put, actually, I can't put the link in the comment section down below because the survey is literally in the game. So make sure you guys get into the game, fill out the survey, and talk about the tuners. Talk about tuners because that is definitely a problem. But hope you guys have a good one, and I'll be catch you guys on the next one. Adios.